And referees making some news here in the last couple of days. We all remember the Saints-Rams no call, which cost the Saints a game, probably. Well, today the Atlantic League opens up play, and they're going to be integrating robo-umps. Can you believe that? And also in January, the NFL, in January 28th, 2019, the NFL admits that blown call in that NFC title game really cost them the game. Then April 11th, the MLB announces the experiment, the robot umpires. April 25th, NHL, that's just today. NHL officials admit error in assessing a major penalty during Game 7 of the Sharks Golden Knights series. Turned out to be a change. It was 3-0 at the time when they made that call. And today, the Atlantic League will begin. Today, no date has been announced for the first robot ump game, but they will have them. I have a question because there's so many questions about this robot umpire and all. What are they going to do about check swings?
Good question. I don't know. I don't even know what it's going to look like. I always thought they would use lasers eventually.
Well, what would be the guarantee that the lasers are placed in the right place? You got maybe a 5'10" guy, then you got a 6'4" guy. If you're an inch or two off, that changes the whole thing.
That's true, and I want to go back, Les, to the Sharks and the Golden Knights. I was watching that game. By the way, April, May, and part of June, you talk about great theater with the NHL playoffs and the NBA playoffs going at the same time. It's a dream because every night you got something going on.
Hockey, you don't even have to know hockey to understand how great that is.
Right, and I don't know hockey, and I love the Stanley Cup playoffs, but you had this game, Game 7, Sharks and Knights, and the Knights are in total control. You get the cross-check. The guy loses his balance off the cross-check, and then he gets hit again, which kind of made it look worse.
And they couldn't go to replay by rule.
No, that's a judgment call. And then next thing, it's a 5-minute major, which means as long as it's a major, you can score as much as you want. Yeah. It's not one goal and the end of the power play.
Right. For people who don't know, if you have a guy in the penalty box and the other team scores a goal, the penalty's over. You bring him out. But if it's a major, like you suggest, you're there for 5 minutes, whether you
score as much as you can. And guess what?
The
Sharks scored not 1, not 2, not 3, 4 goals in the 5-minute span to take a 4-3 lead. Knights tie it. Final minute of regulation. Sharks win it. They're on to the second round.
How do you
Knights
think the sports books in L.A. took that
apology
result?
Or
I mean, hey, thanks for the apology.
My bad. But
you can bring those tickets back. We'll cash them in.
I mean, it's the human element, though. I mean, I don't envy hockey officials. I mean, all the stuff they have to do.
No, you talk about the NBA. This is tougher.
Oh my goodness! And you've got to stay out of the way of these guys, and that's a huge challenge. And the puck,
and skate backwards.
And you got to call penalties and figure out who's where. I mean, it's crazy.
Do you think